Okay, welcome to the March 27th Thursday chat. We have a number of people with announcements. We'll start with Steve Papa.
Okay, just got on. Thank you, Jerry. I just wanted to mention that the town of Dedham will be having an annual town election coming up, and that there is one individual from Newbridge who is running for a town meeting member, and that's Paul Hardiman. And I would encourage people to vote for him. It's my observation that we've not been getting an awful lot of support from the residents. Last year, one resident was running for town meeting and did not get elected. And the only way individuals will be elected from Newbridge is if the residents actually come out and vote. So I am encouraging that, and hopefully that will be the case. My understanding, there are 13 openings and 15 candidates, 12 of which are incumbents that are running for this particular this particular period as town meeting reps. Most residents should have received, I did receive today, a mail-in ballot. So if you have already signed up for a mail-in ballot, it should be in your cubby or in your mailbox, not your cubby. And if you do not, you still have time to apply for mail-in applications by going to the website. I do have some mail-in application forms in my possession if anybody needs any, and I'd be glad to put that into your cubby if you'd let me know. So with that, is there any questions about what's coming up with regard to the town election and the race for town meeting members?
Okay, I don't see any. So
Okay.
Thank you very much, Steve. And we'll move on to Lori Feldman.
Oh, I think Charlotte has a question before I go.
Oh, I didn't see you, Charlotte. Go ahead.
Okay, I do have my hand up, but okay. Are they coming to talk to us,
Yes.
candidates? When?
Yes, on 2nd, which is Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, there will be a candidates night. There was an announcement made a day or two ago regarding that. So at 7 o'clock at Great Meadow Hall, there will be what is the annual candidates night, where different candidates are going to speak to the residents.
Okay, Frank Brackner.
Looking at the ballot, very few of the elections are contested. Is there anyone that we should be voting for the other offices besides town meeting members of the 3 contested elections?
Well, 2 of the contested elections are for school committee and select board.
Yeah.
I have very personal opinions about that. I don't want to share it with the community, but I'd be glad to share it with you personally.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? All right, we'll move on to you, Lori.
Thank you so much, Jerry. Hi, everyone. I have a couple of announcements. The first one is to let you know about Cafe Connect, which is happening next Tuesday, April 1st from 2 to 3 in the synagogue. This month's host is Steve Gintz. He's a music therapist. He has been here before and he is really fabulous. Cafe Connect is specifically designed for people living with memory changes. The focus is on connection, community, and joy. So please come if you can. Refreshments will be served, and we also appreciate if you can RSVP to Tara at 49404. My second announcement is about the internal campus tour. There was an email about that earlier today. It happens, I believe, once a month. So the internal campus tour will be next Thursday, April 3rd from 1 to 2. You'll meet Tara at the bottom of the stairs in Nosh, and it's a walk and talk. So you'll learn all about the areas of care and support located on our Newbridge campus. Wear comfortable shoes. And again, it's helpful if you RSVP to Tara at 49404. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Laurie. And now Linda Busgang.
Hi, everybody. I have two announcements. The first is on behalf of both me and Rabbi Judy. We wanted to let you know about a wonderful program on April 9th, and it's at 11 in the morning, and wanted to let you know about it personally because it is at the same time as the Torah study program. And it's replacing the Torah study program on that day. We have really wonderful guests from an organization, an Israeli organization called Brothers for Life, which is an organization that supports wounded soldiers in Israel. And we have two soldiers who will be with us to share their personal experiences in Gaza, and really about their struggles in dealing with the aftermath of their personal injuries. We're also going to be joined by 8th grade students from the Rashi School who will be there also to ask questions and learn together alongside all of us. So I wanted to let all of you know about that and make sure that was on your radar because it is replacing the Torah study on April 9th at 11 a.m. And I also wanted to just take a quick moment to share some difficult personal news for me, not bad news personally, but I am going to be leaving Hebrew Senior Life in May of this year. And it's been a very difficult decision for me to make this choice after 15 years of being with this community and loving this community so very deeply and feeling like it is very much my home. But it also feels like it's time for a new challenge. And I don't yet know what that challenge is going to be. It is a bit of time before I go, and I wanted to share with all of you so that I can have some time to say goodbye and enjoy my time with all of you. So I'm sorry to share this over a Zoom, but I hope it's going to lead to a lot more one-on-one conversations in the coming weeks. So more to come on that.
Thank you, Linda. And Nancy Vega, have you recovered from your trip enough to bring us up to date on what's going on?
Yes, sir. Greetings, Earthlings. I have returned. I did not stay at Bora Bora, it was a passing thought. But anyways, I just have a few announcements. The first thing is this Sunday, Bob Orkan's class is canceled. We have rescheduled it for the following Sunday, April 6th, I believe is the date. So this is just to let you know, please do not show up at Great Middle Hall this Sunday, March 30th, because his course has been canceled for that day. Following that, I would like to announce an amazing art exhibit opening. People have noticed that our new quilter in residence, Naomi Webb, has displayed some of her beautiful works, and we are having her official art exhibit opening on Monday at 3:30 in the art wall with a wine and cheese reception in the art studio. So please join us for that. And to follow up on that, we are having her discussion about quilting, an odyssey of quilts, where she will discuss about the history and how it became some multifunctional art and utilitarian, purposeful category, I guess is the best way. That's on Tuesday at 2 p.m. in Great Meadow Hall. And finally, Thursday, Houseworks is going to do their seated kickboxing for people of all capabilities. It's a lot of fun. It's in the synagogue from 11 to 12. And so we hope that you will join us. And I plan to release April monthly listings tomorrow, if not Sunday. But I think that's it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Any questions of Nancy? All right. Well, then we'll move on to Josh Ferraro.
Thanks, Jerry. Good afternoon, everyone. I have a few announcements, and then Eileen has some follow-up as well. First, I just want to mention that there's one more week to sign up for the Passover Seders in Great Meadow Hall. Many of you who have already planned have signed up, but the deadline to sign up and make your meal selections is next Friday, April 4th. Again, if you have any technical issues or questions, you can reach out to myself and or Joe Zagalis. We can give the technical support for the ordering through the website electronically. I also want to mention that brunches in April. So we have a brunch coming up this Sunday in Centro. And then after that, the next brunch falls on the second day of Passover, Sunday, April 13th. So that menu will be modified to be Passover friendly in Centro for that brunch. And then the following Sunday after that is Easter Sunday, April 20th. And that brunch menu will also be adjusted for the holiday. So we will, after this Sunday's brunch, those menus will get posted for those brunches on the dining website. And as usual, you can reserve up to a week in advance for those brunches in Centro, either on Open Table or by contacting Centro, whether by phone or in person. And while I'm on the subject of Open Table, I've had some conversations with residents who may not know about downloading the Open Table app. If you download the Open Table app, if you haven't already, you can see your history of reservations, both completed and upcoming. And you can also pick a completed reservation and choose a book again and book another future reservation right through the Open Table app. That will avoid you having to go to the dining website and then following the links to make reservations. So if you have a recent confirmation, if you scroll all the way to the bottom of that email confirmation, it says open the app. If you don't already have the app, it will guide you in how to sign up for the Open Table app. And of course, if you have any questions, you can see myself in passing or send me an email. I just wanted to mention that that's a very convenient way to see, again, your current, upcoming, and completed reservations. With that, Jerry, if there's no questions for anything I've covered, I'd be happy to turn it over to Eileen.
Okay, any questions or comments for Josh? See any? Faye? Helene Canningsburg. You have to unmute. I'll do it. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. Josh, can we order food to take out? Okay, does that come through you or catering? How do we do that?
So last week's dining communication, a form for bulk ordering for Passover went out. That was in last week's dining communication. However, that form is on the website printable. If you go to the dining website, click Passover 2025, along with the memo and menus are also the bulk order forms, kosher and non-kosher. Now that's for a larger, I mean, if you're going to order that day just 1 or 2 meals, the normal takeout rule applies, place it by 2 p.m. But if you want to purchase, more of a bulk order, you're feeding a larger group, then you would use the bulk order form, Helene. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, I think we're going to be 6 or 7 people.
Yeah, I would recommend the bulk order form. And again, those are available on the dining website. You can print it, complete it, and then the instructions of where to return and then when to pick up are on the form itself.
Okay, thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yes, Jerry,
Yes,
I have a question. May I go?
yes, please.
Okay, so Josh, I went to the brunch announcement and tried to make a reservation and was unable to. You just said that you need to go to Open Table, but I think when you say upcoming events and you have something like the brunch, there should be a way of going directly from that to make a reservation rather than wondering how you do it because there's no explanation there how to do it.
That's a wonderful suggestion. So if an upcoming event is just a normal reservation process, not a pre-order or sign up by purchasing a ticket, then I'll put the link to the reservation through to Open Table. That's a great suggestion, Faye. I will look at doing that. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we'll move on then to Eileen.
Hi, everybody. Good to see you all. I just have a few things. First of all, thank you to everybody who came to Dairy Night last night. We had a lovely night. And also, I just wanted to let you all know that where we have the bar area by Central right now, that is closed. We had a wee bit of a leak this morning at the bar area. So engineering are doing a great job fixing what the issue is, and Nate was over there trying to clean it up a little bit, but it's going to take us a few days. So we cannot serve the coffee over there right now, just for a few days. And once we hear more, we'll let you lads know too. And then I was hoping you could all do me a favor, because this is starting to get a little out of hand, and it's the dirty word called reservations. And this is not just for Centro, it's for Nosh, it's for Shabbat dinners, it's for Dairy Night. People are kind of assuming they can just show up. And I just need to make sure that people understand that it is very important that if you have a reservation, to make a reservation, and if you have a reservation, to try and be on time. And I'll try and give you a few examples. Like, for instance, in Centro, if you make a reservation, say for 5:15 and you show up at 5:30, well, then you are flowing into the next set of residents trying to have their dinner. And therefore, if you're late for a reservation, therefore we have to hold back and wait other people, even though those residents were on time for their reservation, you're making them late as well. So if you can at all, have your reservation, be on time for your reservation. Shabbat dinners. The deadline is Tuesday for Shabbat dinners. And recently we've kind of edged on to some people coming for late reservations. Now we will have a community table for the Shabbat dinners, but we kind of need to make sure that we honor the system. And there's a method in the madness for doing that, because we need to make sure we have enough food, we have enough space. For instance, the Dairy Night last night, we decided we put up an extra table just in case, but we had more than enough space, but we needed the extra table last night. Last month, we were rolling right in the middle of service an extra table to try and seat people, because we knew what reservations we had, and we are more than welcome to have people coming, but we just need to know. So it's all about the service. And if we know who we have and how we're having it and to be on time, it helps us to give you better service. I hope all that makes sense. But anyway, long story short, help you with reservations. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions or comments on that? Anything else? Eileen, all set. All right, then we're ready for you, Matt.
Thanks, Jerry. Hello, everyone. I want to go back to something Steve Popper said earlier about Paul Hardiman. Paul has been a terrific part of this community, and he supports all of us all the time, helping with finances and any way he can help here at Newbridge. So I just think it'd be wonderful if we could show up for Paul. So just wanted to put that plug out there. I didn't know he was running, but I'm glad to hear he is. Takes guts to put yourself out there too. So go for it, Paul. COVID is back. We have two cases in independent living. The residents are doing fine. I've been in conversation with both of them. Nonetheless, it's more of an annoyance than anything at this point, but it is still here. And I just want to remind everybody that it is still here. In conjunction with COVID, there's some respiratory stuff that's continued to go around all year. Haven't heard a lot of that lately. But regardless, let's be cautious and make sure if we're not feeling well, that we stay home. And if you feel like you need a COVID test or have the sniffles or something going on that you're curious about, give security a call. It is also that time of year where allergies start coming into play. So sometimes it's hard to tell, do you have a cold or do you have allergies? But the best course of action is to take care of yourself and make sure you're taking care of your friends and neighbors as well. I wanted to put that out there. Tomorrow is the last day to make any adjustments to your meal credits. I've put in the letter the last couple weeks that if you want to increase your meal credits, that you have till tomorrow to do so by emailing statement inquiries at hsl.harvard.edu. It'll be in my letter again tomorrow. And a reminder, tomorrow is the deadline to either increase or decrease your meal credits. So that's a good one. Speaking of leaks, I think some of you know that we had to close the pool this week. We had a leak in the hot water supply line in the ceiling in the pool. That's a 2-inch hot water line, carries 170-degree water, and that leak is where there's a rubber coupling that sits there. Now, here's the good news. The good news is we started putting shutoff valves or isolation valves in as all these leaks have been happening on the line. And we were able to isolate that just to the fitness center and the pool for the repair. So we didn't have to shut down water to the whole building. So this is where I say kudos to Fernando for having the foresight and wherewithal that every time we go up into a ceiling like this and have to do one of these things, that we put an isolation valve in. It's making a great deal of difference. And when Newbridge was initially built, I think when they value engineered at the end of the project, they took these valves out thinking, yeah, you're going to have leaks, but you're going to have leaks 15 years down the road. So let's not worry about it till then. So we have been strategically putting them in place. And this is the first time that it's really come in handy. So great job, Fernando and the engineering team on that one. I'm going to pause for any questions. I just hit 3 things fairly fast. Oh, the pool is back open. That's an important thing to tell everybody. A little bit of an adjusted time frame on the pool. It's open from 8 a.m. till 11 p.m. And that is because in the early mornings, we're going to be working on repairing the ceiling where the leak is. The leak is not over the pool. It's off to the side, almost where the stairs are, but obviously there's no leak anymore. But we do need access to put ladders up there and repair the ceiling. Any questions so far?
Don't see any, Faye. No, go ahead.
Okay. So my last one is, a rather large one. I've been in conversations with Larissa, and Larissa has notified me that she is retiring. And good for her. We're excited for her. At the same time, I know it poses some questions about how we move forward here at Newbridge with our programming department. Mark and I are in conversations about what that looks like going forward. I'll be very candid with you all. We've talked about what some of those options look like, but we haven't landed on anything at this point. This news is incredibly fresh for us. We were anticipating that Larissa was going to be coming back, but she has since decided that early retirement makes a lot of sense for her. And, she's going to be some big shoes to fill. But as a community, I just want you all to know that we're going to do this together, and we'll make sure the quality of the program does not be minimized at all. And so more to come on that. But in the meantime, congratulations to Larissa. I mean, she's put her heart and her soul into this community and making the programs the sophisticated programs that they are and leading the team. So that's some more big community news. And I know we'll handle it well. And I have all the faith in the world in the programming team and the community life team and the work that Nancy Vega has been doing to keep us on track. So with that, I'll ask, are there any questions?
Don't see any, Faye. No. Nope.
Don't see anyone.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, that's it for me, Jerry. That was the big one.
Okay, that is a big one. Anybody with, oh. we
Betty
do-
Shapiro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just wondering if part of your planning ahead regarding Larissa will involve an opportunity for us to all be together with her to say goodbye and wish her well at some point.
So that's great. Here's the great news is even though Larissa's planning on retiring, she does have a desire to still be involved in the community. So she's going to stay on in some capacity,
Oh.
whether it be per diem or a volunteer type role. It's going to be up to her what she wants to do. Certainly after all of her years of commitment, Betty, whatever she wants to do, we're going to make happen for her. Because
Great, thanks.
a little bit of Larissa is better than no Larissa.
Mhm.
any other question?
Rona.
Rona? Go ahead.
Like, I mean, if Larissa is retiring and Nancy Vega is going to be in control now, I would like to be able to sit in the meeting and help with suggestions for what to do, because I have a few ideas.
That's awesome, Rona. I think when we get to the place where where we figure out what direction we're going, we'll certainly involve resident input and would love to have your feedback on some ideas about what the community would like.
And I would like to know the ideas that you have about replacing Larissa, because she was so wonderful and did a great job. And Nancy, every now and then, has to go on a cruise to get away
Very
from
true.
all of the hassle here, because it's a big job to do all by yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I think that that's why I asked.
heard loud and clear.
Yeah, and that's a big loss for the community.
It is, it's a big loss. It's, it's inevitable that people, leave positions and retire and all that kind of stuff. And you hope it's
Yeah,
not
I know.
so.
I know, but on the other side, it's a loss.
Yeah, for us too.
Yeah,
Big
yeah,
way.
yeah.
Okay, Barbara.
All right, Matt, will there be an email that goes through? Because now Larissa's email simply says automated rejection,
Oh,
basically.
she has not an office up.
Yeah,
So once she's officially moved to per diem, that'll likely come down.
okay.
Yeah, but she controls that, not us.
All right, that's what I wondered, because there's, if some of us wanted to communicate with her, there's no,
And I'll say what I always say. So I'm not sure when she'll be back, but if anybody wants to drop off cards with us or anything, we're happy to mail them to her.
okay, thank you.
And I talk to her all the time. So
Okay, thanks.
you're welcome.
And anybody else?
Very close person.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you next month, next week.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you.